TikTokers and YouTubers are not merely content creators. They are influential figures with tremendous reach and powerful impact within the travel community. When they share authentic experiences, detailed reviews, or offer tips about cruise trips, they directly influence the decisions of millions of customers, people who always seek to have the most comfortable and cost-effective travel experiences possible. Of course, when these recommendations comply with the safety regulations and policies of cruise lines, this is something that cruise companies completely welcome and support. They understand that positive content from influencers can bring tremendous benefits to the industry. However, the story becomes more complex when unique tips, secret tricks, or smart hacks emerge, tactics aimed at bending the rules and circumventing established regulations. At this point, cruise lines cannot sit idly by and let the situation unfold. Carnival Cruise Line doesn't mess around when it comes to their rules. They're so serious about enforcing them that they actually have a team whose job is to watch social media and catch passengers breaking the rules on their ships. Recently, one influencer thought she was being smart by waiting until after her Bahamas cruise on the Carnival Conquest to post her rule-breaking video online. After her trip ended, Courtney Murley posted a TikTok showing her friend going through their suitcase. The video revealed how they had supposedly hidden alcohol inside feminine hygiene products and shampoo bottles to sneak it onto the ship. Def waited until after I got home to post this, but it worked. Murley wrote in the video caption, "Forget a drink package." Okay, we ended up drinking probably what we would have paid for a drink package anyways, but still was fun to try and see if the rum runners would work. While Murley successfully smuggled alcohol onto the cruise ship and her TikTok video gained over 300,000 views, she's now facing the consequences of her actions. Carnival Cruise Line doesn't find her video entertaining at all, despite Murley claiming it was created purely for entertainment purposes. This letter is to inform you that you will not be able to sail on board any Carnival Cruise Line vessel in the future, due to the smuggling of alcohol on board the Carnival Conquest on March 31st, 2025, and subsequently posting about it on social media platforms, Carnival wrote in a letter to Murley that she also posted in a TikTok video. Your attempt to book a future cruise will result in cancellation and a possible loss of deposit monies. After receiving the letter and sharing it on TikTok, Murley is now claiming she's being accused of something she didn't actually do. In a more recent video, she defended herself by saying she didn't really smuggle alcohol onto the ship, but instead faked it using fruit juice to create an engaging TikTok video. She even suggested that Carnival owes her an apology.
So, can I get an apology, Carnival? Like, can somebody reach out to me? Is there a good lawyer that you guys know that I can talk to about this?
She asked her followers.
Yeah, we did not break a rule because I didn't smuggle alcohol. All I did was make a video. You guys saw an edited video.
Murley said she would accept the ban but maintained her integrity, stating she would defend herself because she refuses to be accused of something she didn't do. If you're a loyal Carnival cruiser who wants to post cruise content on social media, consider this a lesson learned. If you plan to post about cruise tips, stick to helpful advice and entertaining content that doesn't encourage others to break cruise line rules. And as a smart traveler, recognize what you should and shouldn't do while still ensuring your trip goes wonderfully. A well-known YouTuber couple has been permanently banned from Carnival cruises, and it all started with just one review video. No cursing, no scams, just an honest sharing of their experience. But Carnival didn't see it that way. So what exactly did that video say? And why did Carnival react so strongly? Who's really at fault here? In a surprising turn of events, cruise content creators Dan and Jay, editors of Sail Away magazine, and hosts of the Sail Away podcast have been officially banned from sailing with any cruise line under the Carnival Corporation umbrella. This includes major brands like Carnival Cruise Line, Cunard, Princess Cruises, and several others. The ban is effective for 5 years. So, the reason? According to a formal letter they received from Carnival, the company determined that Dan and Jay were not a fit for the kind of holiday experience Carnival offers. The letter further stated that no additional correspondence on the matter would be entertained, and that the decision would only be reconsidered after 5 years. While Carnival didn't specify the exact cause of the ban, many believe it may be related to the duo's mixed content about their cruise experiences. As longtime cruisers and commentators, Dan and Jay have published both positive and critical reviews across multiple cruise lines, including Carnival brands. Last month, the couple posted a review of their Carnival cruise, highlighting the extremely dirty condition of their cabin. After filing a complaint, they were compensated and even upgraded to a suite. However, they still went ahead and published their review about the negative experience. This, understandably, cast a shadow over potential customers who were considering Carnival for their vacation. To be fair, those who have actually sailed with Carnival may feel the couple's criticism was somewhat exaggerated compared to what really happened. But for first-time cruisers or people just starting to explore cruise options, overly harsh reviews can easily influence perceptions and diminish interest in booking with the line. When the couple later posted videos questioning why Carnival had banned them, many felt they were more focused on getting clicks than offering a fair and balanced assessment of their experience. It seems that almost everyone saw the issue clearly, except for the main characters in this story, Dan and Jay. One Reddit comment by user LazyCatchef, widely supported within the cruise community. If you watch the review, they start by saying the line was not in the shade and showed a line in the shade. They blamed Carnival for the wait, when it is the Port Authority that controls access to the facility through security. And 3-hour waits are not unheard of on many lines. They use terms like unacceptable and not up to standards, and then said they were not making statements but expressing their opinions. But they called the dining room horrid when it certainly is not. The comment from Genetics Guy also shed light on what actually happened during Carnival's May cruise. These guys booked a cruise on Carnival Miracle, and their room was still dirty. It was, in fact, very dirty. Feces on the toilet, hairballs. It clearly was never cleaned since the last sailing. That's completely on the attendant who failed the cleaning here pretty badly. With that being said, Carnival went into their room and did a massive deep clean of it, even replacing dirty lampshades and everything. Then, the hotel director went to them and said that he had never seen a room so dirty, and was embarrassed and decided to fully comp not only their entire cruise, but also offer them free excursions at all their destinations, and moved them to a suite. They spent about 30 seconds in the video mentioning this as being top customer service. Okay, you watch from there to the end of the video, and like 95% of their video is praising the ship, praising the main dining room food, talking about how they had fun, though there was limited entertainment. Well, yeah, you chose a budget older ship, but that things were good, and only nitpicking a few things here and there. And what do they say at the end? They sign out at the end, saying that Carnival basically sucked as a company, was too American cultured, and that even though they went above and beyond for them, the sailing still sucked. They even titled the video, "We Cruised on Carnival Miracle," and hated it. What? You hated it? 90% of the video was you talking about what you liked? I think this is a case where Carnival really felt like they went above and beyond for them, and at the end of all that effort, they still got crapped on hard. Not just like, do better, but straight up, you guys suck, and we won't be sailing with you again. We're not going to give you a second chance, even though you comped our whole cruise. It was just weird. They got the VIP treatment, then were dicks about it. That's just a bad judgment call. And most of the other comments in the discussion agreed with Carnival's decision to ban Dan and Jay from cruising for the next 5 years. It was seen as a way for the cruise line to protect itself. In fact, this situation is quite similar to what happens in other industries, like Burger King and Amazon. At Burger King, customers who repeatedly returned food were eventually refused service. Likewise, Amazon has restricted users who frequently return products. These examples highlight the fact that businesses within the bounds of the law have the right to refuse service to customers they consider problematic. What about you? What do you think about this situation? Is Carnival still one of your top choices for cruising? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode of Cruise Now.